Today we are reviewing the new Asus Vivobook Pro 16X that comes with one of the best OLED screens on the market today. The vibrant display of this laptop can show more than 1 billion colors, with a resolution higher than 4K at a 16:10 aspect ratio and 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. The refresh rate of the screen is a standard 60 Hz, and Asus claims that the peak brightness tops out at 550 nits. Working with content creation on a system with a 16:10 aspect ratio can be beneficial compared to the regular 16:9, as you will have more screen real estate and room for menu bars above or below the content you are working on. One of the potential issues with having an OLED screen is that you can get OLED pixel burn-in if you don't take precautions, but thankfully the laptop comes pre-installed with software to reduce these risks.
This laptop is quite thin and sleek, and it weighs in at only 1.95 kilograms, which is quite impressive for such a powerful machine. When it comes to the design language, I do think that it is a bit on the plain side. It doesn't really stand out at all, but the keyboard layout features a small numpad on the right side, and it has, a colored orange escape key and gray special keys, which is nice because it separates the special keys from the regular keys. And the build quality is quite okay. Keyboard doesn't flex much, and it feels like the keyboard is quite okay to type on, although the key travel is quite shallow. When it comes to logging in, there is a built-in fingerprint reader under the on and off button, so that's quite discreet, and it's also quite fast to log in. Another interesting design addition is the privacy filter. It's built in as a hardware slider here, where you can cover the built-in camera when you're not using it. It's a very nice addition.
Coming to the hardware performance, the AMD Ryzen 5900HX processor with 8 cores is a top performance model. Let's do a CPU test and see how it performs. In a multi-core CPU benchmark, the result is impressive, only outshined by processors with more cores. And in single-core performance, this Ryzen 5900HX almost tops the list. The speed of the built-in drive plays a big part in the performance of any laptop, and this is where this Asus device really shines. You couldn't ask for more with the built-in PCIe Gen 3 SSD with over 3.5 GB per second read speed and nearly 2.9 GB per second write speed.
Something that is especially important for those looking for a great laptop for photo editing are the ports, and this laptop offers a better selection than most on the market today. So it has a power plug, it has a USB Type-A, a full-size HDMI, a USB Type-C, an audio jack, and also a micro SD card reader. Now, I wish this laptop would have come with a full-size SD card slot instead of the micro SD, because I mainly use it for my camera and voice recorder. But if you are somebody that uses, say, a GoPro, an Osmo, a drone, or a phone for shooting, then perhaps this is better. On the other side of the laptop, we have 2 USB Type-A slots, and they are unfortunately only USB 2.0, which makes copying speeds between the 2 slots really slow. When we were testing these slots with a 9 GB file, it took over 4 minutes to copy a 9 GB file, because it was transferring at only about 39 megabytes per second, while when we were trying the high-speed USB Type-A slot, it was transferring in only a few seconds. It was transferring around 350 megabytes a second from the other high-speed USB slot. So this can definitely be a hindrance, because it's useful to be able to copy content from, say, one hard drive to another using 2 USB Type-A slots.
Although Asus targets content creators and video editors with the Vivobook Pro 16X, the system's RTX 3050 Ti graphics card is powerful enough for gaming too. The battery life of this machine is remarkable for a Windows PC. In recent years, Apple laptops with M1 chips have delivered the best battery life, but this system comes closer than any others I have tried. For regular YouTube viewing, you can get close to 10 hours of battery life with this laptop, and if you are video editing or playing games, you can expect several hours before having to plug in. A feature of the trackpad that might be useful for some is a built-in adjustment wheel that can be turned on and off, and used in applications like Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, and Lightroom. I found myself hardly using it, as it was easy to miss the location of the wheel.
The overall package that Asus offers with the Vivobook Pro 16X OLED is quite compelling. The highlight is definitely the screen. And if you're upgrading from a laptop that doesn't have an OLED screen, you're bound to see a dramatic improvement in the vibrant colors and the contrast. Some of the drawbacks of this model are the limited options for upgrading the hardware inside the laptop yourself. They only offer one NVMe SSD slot and one Wi-Fi card that you can change. The RAM is soldered to the motherboard and cannot be upgraded afterwards, so if you do decide to pick up this machine, make sure that you're ordering it with an adequate amount of RAM from the get-go. I do wish that Asus would have offered, say, room for 2 SSD slots in this machine. But considering that there are other laptops in Asus lineup that offer that, I would have personally preferred the ProArt series of laptops myself, although they are more expensive. To sum up the review, I would like to say that the Vivobook Pro 16X OLED is a fast, sleek, powerful, and well-performing machine. And if you can live with the few drawbacks that we've mentioned, you'll not be disappointed.